Now we're getting a situation in which white's much better. We have a queen and rooks type of endgame, and white certainly has made a very good pressure. He's built that pressure with everything he needed. He had that rook, queen. The tension goes against c7, against f6 again at the same time, while black is just defending and he hasn't got anything else to do. So really, the question is, how do I get to break through his defense? Ultimately, black's quite behind with his development, and that makes him to just defend, keep protecting, without the chance to oppose or confront in any way. Our question, though, is how do we break even that? And the answer of that question will help us to resolve all the problems we had to think about at an early stage. Take your time and think. What is white supposed to do now? How can he break through black's defense? How can he utilize this powerful piece activity? Surely the move is rook e6. This move is great, mostly because it takes away the main defense that stood in front of black and kept him all safe. Without that rook on e7 and the coordination between those pieces, black is left to die. After rook d7, white also gets a very interesting regrouping. That's how he can coordinate the actions of both his rook and the queen in combination to the attack against the f6 pawn. And we get to understand that this is really an unpleasant move. After the move queen to c6 takes place, what black has to do is king g7. But that is not helpful enough, because after king to g7, there's rook takes f6, queen takes f6, queen takes d7, and he's ultimately losing. Naturally, of course, black may not be that happy about making moves like that. So going back to the earliest position after rook e6 takes on the e6, white is ultimately up to go with the d6. And now black has two choices. He can let the pawn stand, but then white will support it with the queen and even reach for the d7, and the pawn can move up. Or the other option is to take the pawn, which ends in a beautiful way. Queen f8, king h5, f3 with the plan of g4 and queen h6 checkmate. That forces black to move up with f5. And then we actually use our queen to increase the pressure. Many of these combinations are won not so much by completely winning the opponent's position, with some breakthrough or just breaking through the protection, but by just maintaining the pressure. You see, by maintaining the pressure in a grip, you're making him to create some more weaknesses, like h6. And then what we have is e takes f. Of course, the queen take doesn't work because of the fork. And after g takes f, king h3, g4 is inevitable, and black's king will most likely get checkmated. What's beautiful about this rook e6 is how we take out the defender. The main defender is usually the piece or pieces that are holding one's position very well. And that's definitely the rook and the queen. We take those away, and the game is practically over.